Hi guys, and welcome back. It's the start of 2017, so wishing all of our subscribers and supporters of both Drescapes and Something Feels Wrong a wonderful, wonderful new year. But I've got a question for you. Is this going to be the year that things happen for you? Or is it going to be a year that pretty much turns into be the same old? You know, SOS, same old shit. Well, I'm really happy to say the confidence in the Western nation right now is at an all-time high over the last approximate decade, which after 8 years of your current elected cabinet, I really don't know if that's anything to be that proud about, but in any event, it is what it is. And I wanted to take a minute to reflect on a few things. I just took a ride over here. I kind of loaded up with a Altoro Fuente Gran Reserve from my buddy Dueño, which you're going to be meeting this year. And I wanted to just take a moment and reflect with you. Reflect about, do you think it's sustainable? Your thoughts? Well, my thoughts about Trump versus Clinton, it's irrelevant, but I sure am glad that Trump did win. I do think it's restoring some of the confidence, but confidence and reality are two different things. And I would encourage you to keep that into the back of your mind. While a lot of our subscribers were so keen about Trump winning and what I like to term some type of white knight coming in shining armor, radically that's changing at an alarming pace, because once they started to see a few of the cabinet members and their past histories, being Goldman Sachs and being ex-bank, well, I guess high on the list of several ex-banks, and the CEO of Exxon and what have you, I want to caution you that their ideas have already started to change a little bit already, and we're just into 2017 now. So debt is debt. You cannot just write it off, and while there's a temporary kind of like that, it reminds me of that old song, there's a kind of hush all over the world. While the one side's blaming Russia for hacking, which is a joke, the other side is screaming about how it prolonged peace with the Trump election, which I happen to agree. But I'm starting to see a sign of, actions of protectionism coming in from Trump. And I caution you to understand that never worked in history, not once, and I do not think anybody's going to find an example where it did work. And while it will short-term maybe sustain a few jobs, I will not dispute that. Carrier coming into mind when I say that, the air conditioning company. I can tell you, over a medium term, it does not work. Right now, they're going through a few hoops with threatening General Motors if they want to build their cars, and foreign countries are going to suffer a heavy tariff if they want to ship them back. See, over the long term, all that really does is cause alienation. Your nation becomes a standalone. And in spite of the rhetoric that you're led to believe, I'm sorry, the facts are the facts the way I see them, that the Western nation is strictly a nation of consumers. It is not a nation of manufacturers. And that's past, and that's not coming back for a long time, if ever at all. So it brings me back to the question I originally wanted to ask you guys. And that is 2017 the year that you decide to take hold of your life and do what you want to do? Or is it going to be a year of prolonging and the SOS, the same old shit? Wishing you were doing things, and I'm not even beginning to imply about coming here. I'm talking about everything you wanted to do. Is it going to be a year that inspires you to fulfill your desires, or at least get them on the track? Or is it going to be a year that you just prolong it for one more year? And that's a question you have to answer. I just thought I'd bring that up to attention. It's definitely a good question. It takes some serious contemplation on your part. But whatever you decide is right. Only you will determine if it's right or wrong over the course of time. And I wanted to take a moment again to thank you guys for all your support in 2016. I never thought it was possible that we would get anywhere near the kind of view coverage on both our websites. Thank you again for the support, DR Escapes and Something Feels Wrong YouTube channel. And I thought I'd just kind of give you a little moment of inspiration on 2017 and see, make it a year of change. What's preventing you from doing the things that you want to do? The only thing, actually there's two, and the first is you and the second is fear. Fear is the only thing that stands between you and everything you ever wanted in life. So I thought I'd just do a little film on one of the many beaches that actually haven't ever taken any of the DR Escapes folks to. But it's quite a tranquil place. It's beautiful, it's quiet. It's kind of like my version of a food court, like you would get in a mall or something. There's 5 or 6 wonderful little wooden huts that cook fresh fish and fresh chicken here on the beach. And I thought I'd just pull over here. I'm going to enjoy my cigar now and start contemplating about all the good folks coming to visit us, and start planning for a busy winter. My gosh, you haven't heard from me from so long. It's been over a month, and that's because between the torrential rains, the flooding, between fixing vehicles, both of them were in dire need of repairs because of all the tours we've been doing. Fixing Barry and Leanne, we needed doctor's appointments, checkups. A blown computer, we fried a motherboard on one of our computers, and that slowed us down a bit. But you know, we keep kicking at it. We're back in action now. Thus you can tell by I'm starting to film again. So for all you guys that like bouncing around in the back seat with us, wherever we go, you're in store for a treat, because we've got some better equipment. We've even fitted up Yoda. Now I can even get more into the bush to areas where I'm tired of calling tractors in the middle of nowhere for 1,000 pesos every time I get stuck. And even though the vehicle's four-wheel drive, believe me, I get stuck more times than you can imagine. We fitted her up with a winch and another 2 inches more of clearance to get into some areas that were pretty troublesome before. So get ready for some wild rides. We'll get stuck together on 1 or 2, I'm sure, but that's all part of the fun, at least it is for me. And from Leanne, Johnny, Aldueño, a new friend who's joining us to help out our DR Escapes and Something Feels Wrong people, and myself, want to wish you best adventures for 2017. Make this the year that you stop procrastinating and start putting together the dreams that you really wanted for yourself. We'll talk to you soon. I'm going to enjoy this cigar now along with a cold beer. And until next time, this is Barry in DR. Talk soon.